sounds to me like they're afraid.
You dare defile this place with your wretched tongue?
Oh, I dare.
Our children. Each of you possess our strength. Each of you possess our wisdom. Of all our creations, you are truly blessed. Your charge was a simple one. The subjugation of those who would see our grand design falter. We have been pleased. Until now. Our greatest asset has been lost, stolen from us, while our strongest did nothing. We are disappointed.
Thought you were the strongest.
Arrogance, defiance. You have walked among the humans for too long. You have been corrupted. You can be reclaimed. Yet perhaps you may also be redeemed. Perhaps you all may be redeemed. A greater battle lies ahead. Our time on this world draws to a close. Yet we need not abandon it completely at our departure. For one among you is surely ready to claim this world as their own. One among you is worthy. Return what was lost to us, our all and those our will, to the one that exceeds our everlasting favor, to the others. You are the chosen, do not fail us. Now go.
Okay, so the Chosen Assassin has now appeared on the campaign layer, and she controls this area of the map, mostly Africa, probably Europe too. So if we do missions in this area, there's a chance that she starts coming in on our missions and starts giving us problems. Oh, we made $150 this month, and nothing too bad happened. So let's get to the next month.
Chosen are a tough group to infiltrate, but we've managed to gather intel on their latest actions and have a rough idea of how close each is to reaching their ultimate goal of locating the Avenger.
So she's going to try and reduce our income this month, so we'll probably get a mission this month to put a stop to this. And since we don't know where the other Chosen are, there's nothing we can do about them.
Commander, we have intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
We'll also get a mission to stop one of these dark events. So eventually we'll get one of these guerrilla missions, and one of them will have a little modifier saying it stops one of these dark events. So a UFO hunts the Avenger. This is probably going to be the one that we want, because the next one, XCOM, will not be concealed at the start of the mission. So these black events usually last about a month. So we'll probably go for this one if it comes up.
Commander, the factions have pledged their support to XCOM, and they're ready to carry out your orders. As our influence with these groups increases, our capabilities will grow in kind.
My people are up for some additional work if you've got any orders for us, Commander.
So you also get these bonuses from the resistance groups that you contact. So you start with a couple different orders. This one, all rewards from scanned rumors are doubled. That's pretty nice. And units gain +3 mobility for the first 2 turns of battle while the squad remains concealed. So that one's okay. We'll probably go for the one that gives us extra money. Yeah. So we're gonna have to raise influence with them, but for now, we can get increased money.
Commander, we'll need to send our own soldiers out to work with the resistance factions to complete these covert actions. They'll be gone for a few days, but this will help us build influence with the resistance while generating material support.
You also send out people on covert actions, so these are little mini missions. You send a couple people on them, but those troops are not available for the big missions. So usually, sometimes they can go wrong, sometimes they're really easy. So it just depends on what they are. So for this one, we need a sergeant plus. We don't have any sergeants yet, and you can also send another person that gives them stat bonuses sometimes. For now, we got 2 people, and one of them's going to get +4 aim. That would be really nice to have on York, so we'll have York do that. And we can give her equipment too, and I think I'm going to change York up a little bit to have a... The pistol is nice, but she didn't use it much at all. So I think what we'll do is give her a tanklin. That gives her a couple of extra abilities that will help her out in surviving. Might not use it. Yeah, and it looks like a little drone from Halo. So, whatever. But we'll give her that for now. She might not use it forever, but it'll be helpful for her for now. And we'll give her somebody else to help her out on this mission. Let's have Rivera go.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately.
Oh dear.
Guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you'll want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your
signal's breaking up.
Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there.
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy. Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Alright, so these are, these periodically happen. This is a terror mission, so the Resistance has these little havens throughout the world. Eventually Advent gets wind of them, and they launch a terror strike to kill everyone there, particularly civilians.
Our next operation will put us right in the middle of chosen territory, Commander. There's a good chance they'll show up to interfere, so we should plan accordingly.
And there's a chance for the Chosen to show up. So these terror missions, this is where the particularly nasty alien grizzlies start to show up, and the Chosen have a chance to spawn too. So let's
Setting course for Sector
go
13,
there.
South Africa.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get a squad together, so let's get started. Alrighty, so I've got a squad together. Since this is a terror mission, I'm expecting some particularly nasty alien gribblies. So we're bringing Everett to pretty much lead the squad from behind with his medkit. I also gave Crawford a shield. I've discovered that the shield gives a shield bash ability, so that counts as a melee attack, so that's going to help out his plus 10 aim on melee attacks, and the increased critical chance is going to kind of help, but since we don't have much money in the bank, it's not going to do too much for him, but that'll play into his strengths a little bit, and of course we're going to need someone big in case some of the nastier melee enemies come in. We've got Sloan. We've given him a big chain gun to help us start shooting, and we gave him a tanklin because that gives him some excuse me, some tanky abilities, and it also he can put an energy shield on himself. We bring in Ace and Taylor as rookies. Toretto, he's a pyro, so he's going to bring the gauntlet with a flamethrower on it, and we got Quinn with a flashbang. So let's get started.
Sky Ranger deployed. Menace ready to deploy.
Now, it said this mission was supposed to be easy, but that can be a little deceptive depending on what kind of aliens we see here.
Advent's so-called peacekeepers are hitting one of the resistance camps in this area, and they're taking out civilians and fighters alike. We're deploying to protect as many people as we can. Secure the site and take out any hostile forces still threatening the area.
So we gotta rescue civilians in this mission, and we have to kill everyone on the map.
Menace 1-5, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot, and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
So, you can see up here in the corner, we gotta rescue at least 6 civilians, and there's 13 of them on the map. Periodically, Advent is gonna kill civilians, and we don't start off in concealment, so as soon as we see the aliens, they're gonna be on top of us. So you'll notice with Crawford, he starts off with 6 little pips up here, along with 6 hit points. That means he has 6 ablative HP, so he can take up to 6 damage, and it's not going to affect him at all. I also gave him an auto pistol, which is basically a handheld SMG. Think of it like a micro. So he can fire a cone-shaped barrage of bullets at every enemy in the area, so that's going to be particularly helpful for melee enemies, which I'm going to be expecting on this mission. He can also do shield wall, which makes him hunker down, but it can be used outside of cover, and it gives full cover to people near him. And he also functions as a half cover position if necessary, so kind of interesting. So, where do we want to go? We start off in the corner of the map, so I'm thinking we go along this road and see what we can see.
Let's move already.
Okay, nobody yet.
And now.
So, Mark Sloan. So he's carrying our cannon. That's going to cap his aim at 80 and his movement at 16. Not so much of an issue right now because he's kind of just at the squatty rank. But if we continues to use that cannon, it'll affect him in the future. But he's also using a tanklin, so we're going to really be protecting Sloan today. The tanklin gives him protection protocol. So he can activate an energy shield. I think it's 2 extra hit points on a 3-turn cooldown, so that'll help him out with surviving if he gets into a bad spot. And he also gets Here I Am. Attacks against you gain plus 60% bonus to hit, but they suffer a negative 30% chance to critical hit. So really the point of the Tanklin is to soak up shots for everybody else. That's why you use this to draw fire towards you. We don't really need to do that right now, but that's something that we can consider in case really stupid stuff starts happening.
And now.
Just get everybody moving
I'm
up.
trusting you here. Moving out.
Tired of waiting around.
Heading out. I'm on it. Got it covered. Moving to Overwatch. Got it covered.
Come get some.
So we're going to lose a civilian on the alien's turn, but we'll be able to see where they're at. Oh, and they didn't shoot anybody. Interesting. Okay.
Let's move already.
Okay. We'll have Crawford. I think this building is going to be beneficial for us, so let's head towards that.
Finally.
Okay, no aliens yet.
Sure thing.
Means we can have everybody moving this
Say
way.
so. I'm on it. On your order. I'm on it. Affirmative. Covering Overwatch. Covering Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Enemy activity.
Okay, so there's a pod over yonder. Probably in that building. Yeah, they're probably in that building somewhere. And no civilians dead yet, so that's kind of interesting. Let's keep him there for now. Have Quinn move up to heavy cover.
Finally.
We gave Quinn a shotgun this mission because she gets extra everything when she's within 4 tiles of someone. That's the place you want to be with a shotgun. We'll see where we can get with everyone else. I want to get to this corner. I probably don't want to do that, so I'm going to set up here.
Not a problem.
Okay, didn't see anyone.
Okay, I'll go. On the move. Move, move, move.
And we'll get everybody set up in the conga line formation. So the way we're doing this is we had Toretto go up to this position. So long as nobody else goes to places where he had into a spot where they would see something that he didn't see, we won't activate any aliens.
On the move. Scanning. Firing out.
Open to Overwatch.
This mission has been real generous, not killing civilians as we're taking our time.
Here I come.
Okay, there's a civilian there for us to rescue. Let's get Toretto moving up to the top of this building. Nobody's revealed yet. Interesting. Okay. The next spot to go to is probably the top of this building because we'll get a commanding field of fire in all directions.
On your order.
So let's get started doing that. Let's get slow moving up.
On the move.
Here I come.
Let's split the team a little bit.
I guess that'll be okay. Moving to position.
Since the mission is being generous, we're going to take advantage of that generosity.
Affirmative. Powering out.
Overwatch.
Okay, let's have Crawford go here. We're almost certainly to reveal something if we go here.
Do this.
No. Okay. Interesting.
Moving to position. What's over there? On my way. Heading out. Moving to position.
Being next to these explosive tanks might bite us, but we'll try to get away from it as quickly as we can.
Got it covered.
Moving over. I'm on it.
Oh, I hear somebody moving over here. Okay, so there's a pod over here somewhere, maybe up top here. So let's go to this corner and see what we can see.
Tired of waiting around.
Okay. Well, we'll get in position to take care of this civilian next turn. Probably here.
Heading out.
Oh. Oh dear. So this is a chrysalid. This is one of the alien gribblies that I talked about. He's just a little tiny chrysalid, but all chrysalids are immune to poison, and a lot of them can infect people with poison, and if that person dies from poison, they spawn more chrysalids. I'm not sure if this one has that particular ability, and he's just tiny, but some of the later game chrysalids are particularly nasty. Always a priority target to kill chrysalids because they are extremely fast and deal a ton of damage at melee.
Finally.
So let's get into position. 63% chance. Okay, he's hurt. I'll have Everett finish him off. Everett's gonna miss.
Not good.
That is not good, no. 68%, so let's try that.
You want some more?
And Crawford's gonna finish him off. Okay. So, just one alien in that pod, which is kind of interesting, but chrysalids can be nasty. So better to just kill him off.
Not a problem. If you say so. On your order.
I'd like to keep Sloan up there, but we gotta keep
I'm on
moving.
Come get Overwatch. On Overwatch.
Okay, and let's have Everett rescue this civilian.
Go on. Get out of here.
Okay, one civilian, so we have 5 more to get.
Finally.
Let's get set up on this. Let's have one more person go this way, probably Sloan.
On your order.
We'll have everybody else maneuver to that ladder to go up there next turn.
Heading out. I guess that'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
On the move.
We'll get Quinn moving that way
Let's
too.
move already. Scanning.
Overwatch. Come get some. Overwatch. Scanning. On Overwatch.
Okay, there's a civilian there we could get. Alternatively, you can just hunt down all the aliens and kill them, and you don't have to rescue any civilians because they're all considered saved if everybody on the map is dead. So we'll go here with Toretto and see what we can see. No one. Okay. We'll stay up there.
Got it covered.
Let's get Quinn up top.
Already there.
We'll have Taylor at the bottom,
Over there.
waiting to climb up next turn. Probably not a good idea to move this way because I've already moved some of my people up here. So we're gonna stay put on this side for this turn and then have everybody move along the top of here and along the bottom here next turn.
Come get Santa covered. On Overwatch. Scanning. Overwatch.
Okay, so nothing's happening. So we'll move this way.
Let's move already.
Nothing yet. Sloan is quite slow, moving this big chain gun around.
Got it. Moving. On your order.
Okay, nothing on that side.
Tired of waiting around.
Well, that could probably reveal something. I want to be a little careful. So let's go this way and go that way.
Moving to position. I'm trusting you here. Sure thing.
You want to control how much of the map you have revealed at one time, because if you spot enemies and you're not ready for them, well, that can really bite you in the ass.
Got it covered. Affirmative. Covering now.
And you can potentially reveal multiple pods at once, and they're not going to go easy on you.
Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch. You hear that?
Okay, there's another pod of aliens this way. So that pod of aliens is either up here or down here, or maybe even on the ground floor. So let's check the top first.
Let's do this.
Okay, nothing yet, but they could be standing just here. So let's move everybody up.
Heading out.
Have Crawford move to the sandbags. Okay, nothing yet.
Moving to position. Moving to position.
Okay. So now that we know it's safe to move up, we can pretty much just do what we gotta do to get where we need to go.
Okay, I'll go. On my way. Affirmative. Covering now. Moving to Overwatch. I'm on it. Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Okay, nothing yet.
Here I come.
On your order. Heading out. What's over there? Here I come.
Okay, so they're gonna be around in here somewhere. We know we're close.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Moving to Overwatch. Got it covered.
Affirmative.
I'm on
Covering
it.
now.
I'm on it. Come get some. Scanning.
Okay, let's pop this door open. Okay, let's rescue the civilian.
Tired of waiting around. Advent troops here.
Oh, hello. Okay, so we've got a demolitionist, so he's going to be throwing grenades at us. And a trooper. And we know that there's a sectoid right there. Okay. So Everett needs to get to cover. Okay. And we're also kind of in a bad spot up here. Crawford's fine, because he's in cover there, so Everett needs to... He could fall back to that heavy cover, and you can still see that's... He's going to lose sight of that sectoid if he does that. If he stays here, he'll be fine though. Meanwhile, we have to move this way. We can also drop down here if we want. So who's going to be beneficial to drop down? Quinn, maybe. Toretto. If Sloan moves... There's not really a good spot for Sloan right now. Sloan could go there and start engaging these guys. Yeah, it might be better for him to go to this full cover here. Pop this door open. There, and he can probably suppress someone for next turn. Now that leaves Quinn to drop down. We could probably get a flashbang over that wall if we have to.
Tired of waiting around.
And Toretto can drop down. Where can our rookies go first? Taylor can make it there, but he won't see anything. If he goes there, he can see the sectoid, so he can go there. Toretto can drop down there to spot the sectoid. And Ace can drop down there, and he'll overwatch for us. Okay, so how are we going to deal with this? Quinn's got a flashbang. Where can we get this flashbang if we have to? We can get it right there and hit everyone, so that's good. How big is that? That is quite large. Okay, let's do that, because he's going to be able to hit that sectoid and this trooper.
I got these.
Oh, and he's just going to blow out that whole wall with that. Okay. Well, luckily he has all that extra hit points because he's going to be taking some damage this turn. And we did kill the demo man. Okay, that allows Sloan to engage that guy in the back. Let's volume of fire this sectoid.
Not even close.
See if Taylor has any other luck. No.
Get him next time.
Ace can't see anyone, so he's going to overwatch. 39, but it's only going to deal 1 damage. Let's try it anyway. Okay.
That is not good.
So let's put, the Gremlin has an ability called Aid Protocol, plus 20 defense. That's the equivalent of half cover. We're going to put it on our boy Crawford so he doesn't get shot up as much. Meanwhile, this trooper can only see Crawford and Sloan, and that ends his turn, unfortunately. So we could take a 28%, or we could suppress this guy. It'll penalize his aim, so he's going to have a harder time shooting, and if he tries to move, Sloan gets a free shot. So we're going to do that. And the sectoid's going to fall back. He's going to shoot a civilian, okay. And he's going to shoot a civilian, okay. Okay, so 2 civilians are dead. So we gotta move in. But, unfortunately for that sectoid, he put himself in a god-awful position. So that lets us move up like this.
Let's do this.
He is now flanked at 83%. And we can crit him for 6 damage and he's dead. Okay, this guy is also in a bad spot because he can get himself into trouble by being flanked. So we're gonna have Crawford move in.
Let's do this. It would seem Advent has begun deploying their so-called priests into combat. Their implants provide significant enhancements to whatever latent psionic energy they may have once possessed.
At first, Advent deployed non-lethal stun units for crowd control and the occasional protest. We don't see a whole lot of that anymore.
Okay, so we activated another pod. That's okay, we'll be able to deal with it. This is Stun Lancer. These guys like to charge in and use their non-lethal taser lance on people. And the purifiers, or not purifiers, priests, they have, I think it's a guaranteed damage thing. But their signature ability is if you kill them, they instead get reduced to 1 health and go into stasis. So they become invulnerable for the rest of the turn, they stand back up next turn. And then at that point you can kill them. And we got a regular trooper that we can kill. So they're going to be shooting at these civilians left, right, and center. Crawford is going to be in a little bit of trouble there, but I think we can deal with it now that sectoid is dead.
Moving to position.
Because, oh, I shouldn't have done that with Everett. What am I doing? Okay, so we gotta get Sloan moving here.
On the move.
Let's crack open this door. And this trooper is now flanked, so we can deal with him. Hiding behind a car is never a good idea. So, let's see. Where can Toretto get to? He's probably... He can save that civilian.
You're good to go.
Good. Taylor can go there. Ace can go here. So this Stun Lancer is 100% probably going to charge in and try to tase Crawford. So Ace is going to cover him with Overwatch. Everett's going to cover with Overwatch in case he tries to flank. Toretto is going to Overwatch in case he just gets a lucky spot on someone. And Sloan is going to shoot this guy. Bang.
X-ray neutralized.
X-ray neutralized. Good. And we can fall back with Crawford to force those guys to come to us.
Let's move already.
Here comes the priest. Okay, he's gonna put Crawford in stasis. So Crawford is stunned. That's fine. He's not hurt. We spotted that stun lancer but missed. Okay. Okay, so the stun lancer decided to climb up this ladder and cave in this lady's skull. That's not so nice. And Crawford is out of this turn, so that means we have to deal with this trooper in the back in full cover, but I think this stun lancer is going to be out of cover. So that means we can flank him if we get close. We can also blow up that priest if we can get close, but unfortunately I didn't realize that ability that Crawford did was going to blow up every single piece of cover here, so I'm kind of in a little bit of a no man's land. Okay, we can move here with Slom. He's starting to run low on ammo too, but we flanked that stun lancer. Quinn also needs to reload. I think we stay in that full cover, take a reload. And not so great on that priest, but it's whatever. Meanwhile, Everett. This guy is in the back, and he can shoot that civilian, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Because we have 7 civilians left, and we only have to rescue 3 more. So if this guy starts shooting civilians, not that big of a deal in terms of mission objectives. We will lose out on some bonus money, but it's better to not take damage if we can help it. If we go here, we'll be able to shoot this stun lancer though. We'll take this corner cover. Oh, this guy just ran out into no man's land. Oh, okay, I thought he was behind this little camper here. He's actually flanked. So I'm gonna change my mind about Quinn. Never mind, we already did that. Okay, so Everett can shoot this guy and kill him. Good, that's dealt with. So now these civilians are pretty safe because we can just demolish the stun lancer if we can get people online to start shooting them. We can use Crawford as cover, so let's move up. We're probably going to set up Overwatch for that stun lancer because this guy is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. Meanwhile, Taylor can go there.
I guess that'll be okay.
And we'll get Toretto moving there. So he can't see anybody, but if that stun lancer moves, we can set up Overwatch for him. Okay. So let's have Sloan take the 67 on the stun lancer. We're going to deal a minimum of 6 damage, so if he hits, he's going to die. And 7 damage, so the guy is dead. And we'll Overwatch for the priest in case he decides to come in. 45%, it's not terrible. Okay, get some damage on him. See if we can hit him again. Okay, he dodged. Crawford is out of stasis. Okay, he's gonna run that Overwatch. That couldn't be right because it said it was a 100% chance to hit and he missed. That's odd. But he put himself in a terrible position because we can just do this. I saw it. Give it back to me. There we go. So we can just throw a grenade at him. Oh dear.
We've heard rumors about some kind of shapeshifters. I'm guessing this is it.
It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
So we threw a grenade at that guy and killed him. That's fine. Now that he's dead, however, we've revealed one of the Faceless. Faceless are shape-shifting enemies that appear on terror missions. So if you go up to one of these civilians and try to rescue them, one of the civilians, or a couple of them, are going to be faceless. They can transform into this big melee monster with these gigantic claws and 10 health right next to one of your people. Since we killed the last guy, the Faceless has revealed itself, and it's going to charge in and try to kill us. So how are we going to deal with that? Well, we don't need to take cover, so we can go just like so. And we'll take a 70% with Sloan. 9 damage, so we just have to finish him off. I would like Quinn to get this kill if we're able to, because people with shotguns are always good to get. 73. And he's dead.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contact. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Alrighty. So, only 3 of them died. We ended up rescuing 10 because it was the end of the mission. And we killed 8 aliens. So I think Ace earned his promotion. Doing pretty good. 50% is not bad for a rookie. Mark Sloan, however, is the MVP with a massive 25 damage and 100% accuracy. Crawford did pretty good with that shield. Kind of a nice little side thing that he can do with that. Will take advantage of the plus 10 melee accuracy. If we end up using it, that's something useful for that. Quinn did well. 3 out of 5. Okay. Good. Toretto, kind of a disappointing showing, let's be honest. And Taylor, he did okay. Alrighty.
Advent peacekeepers responded to reports of an insurgent camp located in the Outer Territories. Despite a heroic battle, several dangerous insurgents managed to evade capture due to a treacherous ambush by XCOM.
That's what we like to hear. So, we did well and we rescued a bunch of civilians. Unfortunately, within these terror missions, it's just impossible, pretty much impossible to rescue everyone. But we rescued 10 out of 13, and I think that's a pretty good result.
I'm always pleased when the troops return without any reported casualties. Can't hope for a better outcome.
Okay, so, a couple people earned their promotion, and that's what I like to see. And we got a bunch of stuff to figure out. And we got a priest corpse, which will unlock some research for us. Alrighty.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts continue to bolster the resistance movement across the globe.
So now that we've done that mission, we get a plus 30 supply bonus every month. So an extra $30 just for completing that mission every single month. Nice. Okay, let's see what Ace and Taylor want to do. He's a rebel. He gains extra damage when hurt and fighting hurt enemies, so he deals extra damage to people that have been damaged already, and he gets an extra bonus damage if he's already hurt. And plus 10 aim on reaction fire shots. Oh, okay, so somebody similar to York.
Resistance has already seen a boost in the recruitment efforts after word of the commander's arrival got around. They've needed a leader just as much as we have, and now they'll be expecting us to hit the aliens where it hurts. Not that I'm worried. We've got plenty of people itching to take on Advent. Things are just starting to get interesting.
So, extra aim on reaction fire shots. That'll help us out quite a bit. Not so much against the Chosen Assassin, though, unfortunately. And Gary Taylor. Another pyro and extra sight radius. Okay, so that's fine. We're getting a lot of pyromaniacs, though. My goodness. We didn't take York on that mission because we put her on one of these covert actions, so that's kind of the drawback of doing that. They're not available for these missions. But, hey, it is what it is. So, that's it for that mission. We will see you next time.